Good morning, sir.
Morning, ma'am. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir.
Please
Morning.
come on camera. Request.
Good morning.
So today is an important topic, remedy, especially by Kashyap Hora. That is only through Krishna and Hora. And the session is going to be a very interesting one. Let's begin, sir.
Just a second. Start to the prayers. Hari Om Ganana Tva Ganapadikum Havamahe Kavim Kavinabhavasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanaspata Anashanmano Devasi Sadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vajedar Vajini Vadi Dinamavat Prayavado Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswate Namaha Sri Guru Pyo Hari Om Om Bhargavasvaha Tatsaviturikim Bhargovadevasya Dhimahi Yena Prachodayat Umaditya Somaya Galaya Vadaya Guru Shukra Sanikistha Okay, good morning, everybody. Okay, this is, I cannot say exactly the remedial measures. This is Muhurta of remedial measures. I'll put it like that. Because I'll have to explain to you all at least for 1 hour about the basics of Kashyap Hora. It's not about selecting the, looking at the chart and guessing the remedy. It is not like that. It is when to do a remedy. It is very, very important. Many people think, what is it? We have done remedies. It has not been successful. Many lose faith. It does actually do remedy work. But there are some do with nakshatra, do with Tithi, do with day, do with Karana. There are many things. But there is something very, very important mentioned by Kashyapa, or it is a base of Nadi Astrology. It is Brigos prescription. When a person has to do a remedy is very, very important. If the planetary association or configuration is not there, and if you simply just do it on a nakshatra, Tithi Yoga, Karana alone is not enough. There are some fundamental basics. So we know delayed marriage. Okay, so simple, we just go and do a remedy or pitru dosha. Okay, some particular day we choose and do. There are some very, very important planetary combination. Only when you do, you will get the maximum benefit. This is what I'm going to teach you. And this is something related to a bit of Nadi astrology and particularly Hora. The importance of Hora is very, very important. So this is usually in my class, the last part, Muhurta and remedial measures will go together. And remedial measures will mingle Muhurta because there is no remedial measures without taking Muhurta. Remedial measures, what is the remedy? When it is to be done. Both together is very, very important for understanding remedial measures. So let's go into the class. Okay. See, the planet to be remedied and the method of remedy. See, we can take it from the birth chart. There is a method of double confirmation in the prasna. In the case somebody who does not know the horoscope, or there are more than 4 planets indicating a problem, then which do you do? You can't go all 4. So in prasna, it will bring it down to one particular planet. This we are not talking. This assume you are having Sade Sati, there is a delayed marriage, or you have Putra dosha, Pitru dosha, Matru dosha, or some Sapa, something you saw it in the horoscope. Now you need to do a remedy. So which is the best way? Usually the normal thing is, okay, take the day, Saturday, you have Sade Sati, every Saturday go and worship Saturn. Okay. Or you are going to a special Saturn temple. There are many places. One is there in, near Nasik, there is one, the Sani Shignapur is there. In Tamil Nadu, you have the very famous Tirunalar temple. But when do you go? Any Saturday, is it okay? If any Saturday you go, or maybe we take the Tarabala and go, or maybe the Tithi we take and go. Is that enough? Is it enough? Is there no basis when it is done? Like for marriage, yes, you have to do something called Mameshwar Puja or Tirukalya or a Devi Puja have to be. What is the most auspicious step? Simply a Shukla Paksha, a Friday. On a Friday when the moon is waxing, if you do it on a Friday, is that enough? What is this? Though there's no planetary position, is there no time or something like that to be done? So there is some basic, what is it, from Nadi astrology and taking the Hora concept. Hora is inseparable without Nadi. Taking Hora with the Lagna is a different concept, but actually Hora comes with the Nadi principle only. So this is what very, very important. You'll need to know for a successful remedy, you must know how to use the Hora lot. Without that, what I say, things will not be correct. Okay. See, remedial measures. Generally, it is the sun and moon principle. So if you take the moon into account, it's the nakshatra, the Tithi and the Karana, the position of the moon, association of the moon, and then we say that is one part of it. Then there is something called the sun principle. Sun principle. Usually a Panchanga means it's the sun and moon. The day is the sun principle. Rest 4 of the Panchanga principle, lunar principle. We take the moon principle only. Okay, I'm not saying don't take the moon principle. Yes, you can add it, but very, very important. See, it's very simple to use the moon principle. It's nothing, the correct Tithi, Nakshatra, Karana, Yoga also can take. But very, very important, fundamental is the day. What I say, it's just not Tuesday is Mars's day, Saturday is Saturn day. You do anything on Saturday, Friday it is very, very auspicious. Saturn is Thiravar. Anything done on Saturday is auspicious. It is never worked that way. Friday can be the worst day, the Saturday can be the best day. It depends on certain planetary configuration. This is what I'm going to tell. This Hora is based on the principle of sun. Sun, it's a fire principle. Moon is the water principle. So generally, a remedy is always taking both. But in certain remedies, sun becomes more important than the sun. You can mix both. Moon, I think you all already know what is the Tithi Nakshatra Yoga. But the sun principle, it's not simple a day and the Hora. You don't usually in the you open any books. Okay, anything done on Shukra Hora is good for marriage. Jupiter Hora will give all auspiciousness. Moon Hora for travel. Saturn Hora will give delay. Mars Hora will bring fights. This is the usual thing. But this is what I think. This is a very basic thing. It can when you look into the whole rule, everything will contradict. So I'm not going into how to choose. I will tell you when to do a remedy. You already had a remedy in mind, okay, from the basic horoscope, but when is to be done is very, very important. Okay, the day and the remedial measure. So before we go into the Hora aspect, one thing is very, very important. You will have to take the day. The day is very, very important. So the day basic is what is the day lord? What is it? The day lord has to be connected to the remedy. So if it's a marriage remedy, it should be mostly it should be on a Friday. What I say, if it is related to progeny, it should be on a Thursday. So for profession, it should be Saturday. Somewhere the chosen day must be appropriate and it must, or it must be friendly. But most important than any other rule is the day lord must be connected to Jupiter. If the day, that's the secret of remedy. If the day lord is not connected to Jupiter, you will not yield good results. Any remedy without Jupiter connection will not yield good results. What is it? For a day-to-day remedy, it does not matter. I'm going to a temple. I cannot be looking at whether the day lord is aspected with Jupiter. But if I'm going to a pilgrimage, I'm going to a very important, Jyotirlinga, or I'm going to one of the Navagraha Sthala, anything. It is very, very important for that particular planet or the deity. The planet must be aspected, associated. I'll come and tell you what is association. Most important is the 5, 7, 9 aspect of Jupiter on the planet. So it is you cannot say it happens very rarely. Yes, only if you go there, it will be good. You want to do a Lakshmi Homa for money, prosperity. But when Jupiter is not connected to Venus, if you do, it will not yield much. It's not just Venus is exalted. Okay, everybody go and do Lakshmi related pujas, it will do good. No, if Jupiter and Venus are not connected, absolutely it is waste. Good. The planet which blesses you is only Jupiter. So without Jupiter's blessing, there is no remedy. So for the planet and the Karakatvam you are going to do, you need to have the blessings of Jupiter. So only when Jupiter is connected to the planet, that particular planet stay on that particular Hora we'll have to do. And one more thing, this is first basic, okay? We'll have to choose the correct day, and the day must be connected to Jupiter. And second, what I say, it must not be blocked by Rahu, Ketu, and Saturn. If Rahu, Ketu, and Saturn are in connecting with Jupiter, what I say, all the planet, the remedy will not yield benefit. Not even Rahu, Ketu, or even Saturn is not a problem. Ketu must not be there. Ketu will block everything. Let's say what I say is Ketu is in trine to the planet you are going to do. And when you are doing the puja will not bear fruit. So it's very, very important not to do her puja. So it is first, you must have the connection. Next, you must see it, what I say. I will tell you how all it will block. I'm just giving you now a simple hint. Is the fifth house. So let's say you're doing for Shukra. Shukra is with Ketu, or Shukra is in trine to Ketu. If it is there, even if Jupiter aspects, it will not yield results. So the day must be chosen correctly. Jupiter's association be there, and it must not be blocked by Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, especially Ketu. So this is the first primary rule you will have to understand. So it's just choosing the day. So once the, say, example, let's say I'm going to do a remedy for Jupiter related, chosen day is Thursday to do a remedy. Or let's say I'm doing a moon's remedy. Moon is over here. Jupiter is aspecting moon. So any moon related, in fact, in Muhurta basic, if you want, okay, it's Panchanga Shuddhi. It's not just Panchanga Shuddhi. The day aspected by, not even conjoined, when the day Jupiter aspects moon, those days only are, because you can never find a complete 100% Muhurta. All Muhurtas are only 50%. So when it's 50%, the other 50% there are flaws. So to protect it, you must always have Jupiter aspecting. So after Muhurta, if Jupiter aspects moon itself, is good. Okay, then you can take the Nakshatra Yoga Karana will be the second factor. But the basis of any Muhurta, choose the day Jupiter, when moon is in good dignity, good association, and good Panchanga with the Jupiter aspect. This is 50%, the Muhurta is successful. So let's say I'm going to do a Matra Dosha Puja or any other moon related Parigara. Yes, moon is not badly placed. Jupiter is aspecting. So this is the base of choosing the day. Now we'll come to the Hora part of it. How do we choose the Hora? So just first start with the basics. Okay, choose the appropriate Hora. For Pitru Dosha, it is yes Sunday. If it is for related to health, it is Tuesday. If it is related to education, it is Wednesday. If it is related to progeny or progress or growth or something is not there, you are doing a particular, it must be Thursday. Marriage, finance, luxury, enjoyment, those, it is Friday. Saturday, profession related or any blocks are there, means if Tuesday, Saturday, you will have to do it. So when you choose the Hora, choose the correct Hora, then don't choose the, what I say, either the correct Hora, and you after choosing the day, let the Hora Lord and the day Lord not be enemies. One is let them not be enemies. So you're choosing the day is one, but the Hora also must be appropriate. Then it must not be, the Hora Lord must not be the Nicha Rasi Lord of the day. For example, on Mars, on a Tuesday, Moon gets Nicha and Saturn gets Nicha in Mars's house. So naturally, on a Saturday, on a Tuesday, choosing Moon and Moon's Hora is bad. So the same thing it goes. Let's say on a Thursday, Mercury gets debilitated in Jupiter's house. So Mercury Hora will not be good. So the inimical Hora and the Hora which gets Nicha is very, very important. But this alone is not the important point. This is just I'm telling you the first basic. Naturally, the Hora Lord must not be Nicha. The Hora Lord must not be with Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Malefic. You will have to take that off. And it's trine. It must not be in the second house. It must not be in the fifth, seventh, and ninth house. Okay, let me go to basic and take some. So I'll put it down to summarize the whole thing. I'll put it as choose the auspicious day, choose the appropriate Hora. Hora Lord must be in good dignity. Hora Lord must be associated with Jupiter. The day Lord must be associated. The Hora Lord must be associated with Jupiter. Associated means it, though conjunction is also okay, But if it is aspected by Jupiter, it is very. I will tell you, it's not just 579. I will tell you the strength of the association in the next couple of days. So Hora Lord must not be associated, especially with Ketu. Hora Lord must not be associated with more than 2 crore planets. Saturn, Mars, Sun, Rahu, Ketu, 2 of them means it's bad. Ketu alone itself is very, very bad. Though Mars and Sun are friendly, but if there are 2 of them, it can be bad. So association generally meaning is a good association is a planet in 1, 2, 5, 7, 9 from Jupiter actually. Planet in the 3, 11, 12 also, what I say, it's an association, but it is a weak association. It's not wrong. A strong association is a planet in 5, 7, 9 from Jupiter. Second from Jupiter, I will tell you the miracle. Actually, at present, they are having Venus in second to Jupiter, which happens once a year only. Whenever Venus in second to Jupiter, any Lakshmi finance pujas or finance trip, going to Lakshmi temple will be fantastic. On a Friday in Shukra Hora, if you visit Lakshmi temple or Sri Shukla Homam, when Venus is in the second, you know, it will be there for hardly 30 days, once a year. And it must be in good dignity. So it is there now. So use it, very, very important. It's generally financially very good when Venus is always in second. Okay, the trines will happen, but when it is in the 5th, 7th, and 9th, it will have a different meaning. But Venus being in the second from Jupiter is a fantastic position. So this is aspects I'll have to tell you more in the class, but I will tell yeah, I'm just giving an introduction. So in conjunction, it's 100%. In 9, it is 75%. All Bhrigu aspects. Planets in the second, some say 50, but I take it as very, very strong because second house influence is strongly. 3, 7, 11 is 50. Planets in the 12th is 25%. So naturally, planet do not aspect the 4, 6, 8, and 10, except the special aspects of Mars and Saturn, who aspects the 4th and 10th. So the special aspects, you all know. Saturn also aspects the 3, 7, 10. Jupiter aspects the 5, 7, 9. Mars aspects the 4, 7, 8. Rahu aspects the 5, 9, and 12, not the 7th house. Retro planets aspects the 12th front. Okay, let me take some doubts and then I'll go into example charts. Okay, anybody ask any doubts, you can ask. So far clear, or you have any doubts?
Yes, sir, I have doubts.
Yeah. Yes, tell me.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Yeah, you said, first of all, we have to see day lord, then it should be trine or aspected by Jupiter. But in case that if influence of Ketu, Saturn, Rahu, like nowadays, Rahu is aspecting Jupiter. So for activity related to Jupiter, it is not good, right?
Yes, correct. But it is Rahu is not a problem, but what to say, Ketu will be more problem. Rahu by itself amplifies Jupiter's characteristics, so it will not spoil exactly. So I can't say Rahu is bad. Rahu with Mars, Rahu with Saturn together, then it will spoil. Let's say Rahu is with Saturn. Okay, and it is not just as in trine. Even it is in the 2nd, 5th, 7th, 9th, or 2nd also you can take. So Rahu is not a problem. Take only Ketu seriously. But Rahu, if it is with Saturn, then it will become a problem. Like last year, Rahu, Saturn were together. When Rahu, Saturn are together, don't take. It will become bad. Or Rahu is with Mars, then it will be bad. Rahu alone, only Ketu will block. But for spiritual pursuits, Ketu being in trine to Jupiter is very, for Atmic, spiritual in the sense, Atmic, spiritual, if you want meditation, you want to understand God, then Ketu is not a problem. But for material purposes, Rahu in trine to Jupiter is not a problem. But Rahu joins with Saturn or Mars. Let's say now Mars goes to Aquarius. Then it can block seriously. Now, just for Rahu being in the trine, it will not be a problem.
So now Venus is I think in second from the Jupiter. So
which is fantastic. Financial matters, you have to wait. See, it is not like any day you can go and choose and do. The planetary position connected to Jupiter, only those planets you can do remedial measures. None of the remedial measures will not work. If you go to a particular puja and Jupiter is not aspecting that planet, whatever remedy you do, it will not work. Jupiter is God. Jupiter must aspect and bless that planet. When it is an aspect of Jupiter, on the day, on the Hora, do your puja for whatever it is. Pitru puja. Many people will do Pitru puja. What I say, there are so many Pitru pujas. But when should you do? When sun is not aspected by Jupiter, if you do Pitru puja, it is waste. When sun is aspected by Jupiter on a Sunday, start it on a Surya Hora. Only then it will be completely full. When sun is in 6, 8, 4, 6, 8, 10 from Jupiter, or 12, if you do Pitru Puja, you go to Kasi and do, or you go to any other place, it will not be fulfilled. Thousands of people said, yes, I did my Pitru Puja and there's no effect. Why? Because what I say, the particular planet, the secret of remedial measure is the planet must be aspected by Jupiter, not even conjoined. I said aspect. One rule I explained, in case you're not able to get it. If the planet goes to a particular Navamsa and Jupiter aspects in Navamsa, Jupiter aspecting Navamsa means the Rasi, Jupiter's from the Rasi, take the Navamsa position, D1 to D9. Like today, Jupiter is in Mithuna. So what are the houses Jupiter is aspecting? It is aspecting Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius, right? So any planet in Navamsa, in Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius, Jupiter is aspecting. So if you are not able to find a planet in the D1 chart, what I say, if they are there in the D9 chart, yes, you can do. So it is very first basics. Yes, the Jupiter must aspect the planet. The day lord and the Hora lord, Jupiter must. See, the day, you can choose a day. Okay, let's say Friday. You have chosen Friday. Jupiter is aspecting Venus, let's say. But then if you go and do it in a Hora, which is not connected to Jupiter. So it is very important that the Hora is nothing but the subsection of the day. So the day lord and the Hora lord connected to Jupiter and connected to and in harmony with the remedy. It must be in remedy. For what purpose you're doing a remedy? For marriage. I'm not getting marriage, or marital felicity. I'm lacking marital felicity. Yes, in Friday, in Shukra Hora, when Jupiter is aspecting Venus, only then it will be completely full. You will have the remedy doing well. Daily chanting,
Sir?
I'm not saying. Yes, sir.
Yes. So it is not question of muhurta, right?
See, it is muhurta. It's actually muhurta. The remedial measure is a muhurta.
Okay, I mean to say for marriage. So it is essential that Venus should be
even in marriage, when a person gets married, if Venus in association Jupiter, it is by itself a muhurta. You get married when Venus in 6, 8, 12 from thing, you think it's a good day. See, it's also the secret of muhurta. Even in muhurta, whatever muhurta you're doing, you are doing something related to Venus or marriage. You keep Shukra and 8th to Jupiter. And I'm fixing the lagna. From the lagna, it is in the 10th, or it's like Kendra. But from Jupiter, it goes to the. This is where Bhrigu comes. Bhrigu comes. It is Jiva Karaka. Judge events from the Jiva Karaka first. Just the macroscopic. The microscopic only will be moon or lagna. You leave the Jiva Karaka and immediately go into and judge events for Muhurta or Lagna or for life from the Lagna and Moon. You are missing something. First, from the macroscopic way, and understand life in Muhurta or anything. This is I'm only teaching you from the macroscopic of keeping Jupiter as Lagna and remedial measures. Normally, what you will do, okay, Lagna, marriage, Shukra must not be in 6, 8, 12. From the Lagna. Actually, usual muhurta is Shukra and not in 6, 8, 12 from Moon or 6, 8, 12 from Lagna. It must be in a Kendra Kona or a 211. But let's say if it is nicely from Lagna, it is nicely from Moon, but from Jupiter, it is in the 8th house. You think it will be nice? Tell me. It is very, very important. Fundamental basics for muhurta or remedial measures. The planet must be. If, let's say it does not matter, it's not aspected by Jupiter, but at least it must not be in 6, 8 to Jupiter. If it is in the aspect of Jupiter, you have the complete blessings what I say, there is a connecting. God is what I say is Jupiter aspect is like God is aspecting that particular Karagatam during a particular event. Is this the same for Muhurta or it is the same for remedial measures? There's the reason you go to a particular place and what I say, something is not happening. I went there, nothing worked. Means why? Because you are going on a day and time when it is not connected. There must be a connection. The Hora, if when I finish the class, you will understand how important is a Hora. A person spells out a question, pronounces a particular question during a particular Hora, everything of the matter will be hidden in the Hora. So once you know it, then you know how important is Muhurta and how important is the remedy. So what I say, you will appreciate it. No, without going into this, I'm explaining to you all what I say, how important is the day, the fire principle of Surya, the day and the Hora principle, which must be auspicious, unconnected to malefics and blessed by Jupiter.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Mohit.
Sir, two quick questions. First, in Apuchya Murat, the 3.5 Murats you mentioned before. So, if the Ketu is associated with Jupiter in that Murata also, so should we take it or not?
No. Unless for spiritual purpose, okay, simply going for spiritual thing, Jupiter Ketu is good. But for material, you want money, marriage, that's a delay, blocks, or any Muhurta, when if it is, see, Ketu must understand the ultimate is moksha. But in the material aspect, Ketu means closure, complete, finish, ending, or the death of a person who his emancipation is what Ketu is. It's not just moksha. So immediately people think Ketu is spiritual planet gives you moksha, but gives you also your closure or anything, a profession closure, your marriage closure, or a death of a person, physical, everything is Ketu. So when Ketu is sitting down there, what I say, in the second to Jupiter or in trine to Jupiter, except for spiritual purposes, you are going into some yoga or anything, no problem. You are building a temple, no problem. Muhurta of a temple, no problem. But for material purpose, Jupiter and Ketu must not be connected. You have to wait. It will not progress. The worst,
Okay,
not even trine, the worst will be Ketu in second to Jupiter, especially aspected by Saturn.
And sir, if Jupiter is a Viyogi or a house, a lord of Trishadaya or something else, that won't matter.
Don't confuse that thing. Jupiter must be in good dignity. So let's say, don't take Jupiter aspecting from Capricorn. Jupiter combust, don't take. Combust Jupiter or Makara Jupiter will be weak. So naturally, what I say, those you have to, you should not take. Jupiter's in Papakatri, or Jupiter is having more than, not just Ketu, you have Saturn, you one trine, and you have two other malefics, Neecha planet and trine, then Jupiter will be weak. So Jupiter must be strong. But don't worry if it's avayogya, all that, don't worry. It's Sthanabala. In Sthanabala, it must not be weak. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Sun Rahu, Sun Mars in second to Jupiter, it will block. See, because see, the 5 and 9, what I say, will give results late. A planet next to Jupiter means not the second house, the degree after Jupiter. Even it can be in the same house. Immediately after Jupiter, if two malefics are sitting down, what I say, those Sun and Mars are its friends. Let's say Rahu is in the second house with Mars or Sun in the second, it can block. So what I say, whatever you do during that phase will never work, either Muhurta or. So this is actually, I'm talking about the Muhurta of a remedial measures. So I think remedial measures, you all know what to do at least. But what I say, when is the best time? I'm going to do a Sri Sukta Homa. I'm going to do a Chandi Homa. I'm going to do a Rudra Homa. Okay. Simply choose a day, Nakshatra, Yoga, and Karana. But on the day, Jupiter is the planet and the Hora, when you start, is in the 8th or 6th from Jupiter. Do you think it will work? How powerful you do? You're going to a Jyotirlinga. You chose a day and Hora when that particular planet in Hora is 6th and 8th from Jupiter. You think it, what I said, the darshan will be good for you. See, time, God is Kala Swarupa. There is an, you come in Ashtotrama, Kalaya, Kala Kalaya, Kala Kitaya, Kala Darpadamanaya, Kala Surupaya. God is time. So he is beyond time and he is obsessed time. So everything goes with time. So even if you go and have a darshan of God, if the time it is not appropriate, it will be absolutely, it will give a different sense. And the secret of remedial measure is planet and Hora must be aspected with Jupiter, and it must not be blocked by Ketu.
Got it, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Tell.
I have one more question. So, they related to day lord, Hora lord, and also particular planet activity like sun for pitru dosha or whatever.
I'll give you all those details. I will tell you all those details now. I'll give you
Yeah,
a tableau.
and it could be all good placed from the Jupiter, right?
Yes, yes, very, very important. The day lord and Hora lord must be at least not in the 6th, 8th, 12th from Jupiter. So usually it is best if it is in 5, 7, 9 from, okay, with Jupiter also doesn't matter. But with Jupiter, it must be in a higher degree to Jupiter. With Jupiter, it must not be behind Jupiter. The same sign, not behind Jupiter. Let's say Jupiter is in 27 degrees of Mithuna. Let's say you have chosen Venus, but Venus is in the 12th, is in the 5th degree of Mithuna. So it will be behind Jupiter. So if you are choosing Shukra, Shukra must be ahead of Jupiter. But Jupiter aspect is more better than its conjunction. Jupiter aspect, the 5th, 7th, 9th aspect is it's like God's blessing. So any planet on the day, you do it blindly within the day and Hora, you will definitely, it's a Muhurta, and anything remedy you do on that day is fantastic. Let's say you want money. What is it? Some money you want, or you want to develop your, you want to do a Lakshmi Puja. Sri Sukta Homa you want to do, Baki Sukta Homa you want to do. When Jupiter aspects Venus, or Venus is in the 2nd to Jupiter on a Friday in Shukra Hora, chant Sri Sukta Homa. It's not every Lakshmi Hora you chant, it will be good. It must be what is it on a Friday or on a day friendly to Venus, you have to tell. And it's just not the day. It must be aspected by Jupiter. And more the aspects is very powerful, complete. No? So the degrees of more powerful will be the effect. So you go and visit one Jyotirlinga, go and visit one of the most powerful Jyotirlinga. Okay, certain things you don't want for Karakatva, you just generally going, take moon alone. Moon must be aspected by Jupiter. For any other things. But if you have in mind, I want material success, that particular planet also must be aspected. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we will, okay, Ritish, somebody's, you all can tell me this.
Yes, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask you that the principle that you explained, is it only relevant in case of a muhurta, or is it also relevant in case of a natal chart? Because
no, this is actually, these are Bhrigu principles. So this is, see, Bhrigu principles, different between Bhrigu and Parasari is, Bhrigu starts, what I say, looking at the planets and the relationships. There's no Lagna. What I said, there is something called Bhrigu Nadi, Nandi Nadi. In Bhrigu Nadi, there is no Lagna at all. There is no even lordships also. The interaction between the planets, keeping Jupiter as Lagna, rest of the planets, if Jupiter and Venus are not in proper connection, or Jupiter, Mars, Venus are not in proper, married life will be bad. Both from Jupiter, Mars and Venus are in 6, 8, the marriage is bad, even though if it is nice from Lagna or moon side. So this is how it starts. The Nandi Nadi goes next step, it takes lordship, but it doesn't take lordship from Lagna, it takes lordship from the planet. Keep Jupiter and see what are the lordship it goes. So it goes next step. It does not come to Lagna lordship. You should come to Lagna. Then Parasari concept, Lagna, the lordship. Now what we do, we don't see the interaction between Jupiter and the rest of the planets. We don't see the lordship from each planet. Immediately we jump to Lagna and we try to analyze this. I'm not saying it must not be done. It must be done third. After judging from Jupiter, rest of the planets, Lagna must come last. Now you judge from Lagna and the moon without judging from Jupiter, you're missing a very macro aspect of understanding the chart. This is the remedial measures I'm teaching you is based on the Bhrigu principles of what I say, judging from Jupiter with Kashyap Hora. Kashyap Hora is taking the Hora, where he says not even the Lagna. There are so many Lagnas. But before primary, you don't even understand the Hora a lot. If you go to Aruda Lagna or Gati Lagna or any other Lagna without understanding how important is Hora. If you go on the principles of basic astrology, the Hora Lord in the birth chart, how much it influences the chart, or in a Tidhi Pravesh, how much it influences, or in a mundane astrology, how much it influences. The Hora Lord is in Prasna, how much it influences. The Hora Lord is so primary. It is very, very important to understand the Hora.
And sir, if what you said is true, then even if the day lord and the Hora lord are connected, to Jupiter in trines, but if Ketu is also in the trine, then there will be obstacles, for material success.
Yes, it will be. The only thing, maybe if they are an aspect, look at the orbs. If it is little away in orbs, it's like 25 degrees away, then you can take it. But if it's very close to the degree, it will block. You can see basic Muhurta, you can't keep Venus in trine or second to Ketu and do anything. Ketu is blocked. It's called Maudya, or it is called what is Stambana. You can't do anything when a planet is in trine to Ketu. Trine to Ketu or in 12th to Ketu. 12th to Ketu is the worst, not even trine. Ketu moves, Rahu Ketu move in reverse direction. So they actually swallow the planet which are in 12th to them. So what is it? So second to Ketu, Venus is to a planet, Ketu sitting down means that planet is swallowed. You do in the day with the correct Hora Lord, even with Jupiter aspect, it will have no use. So Ketu must not interfere. Forget even about other planets. Other malefics, only two of them combined, it will be bad. So Ketu will be the biggest planet. So when Ketu is not interfering, when it is aspected by the particular planet is aspected by Jupiter, in its day and Hora, if you do as a Muhurta or what I say, any remedial measures will have full benefit. See, the day is already blessed. Okay. And you are doing in the appropriate Hora, the Hora Lord is also aspected with. This is magic. So you do any puja, you see the effects, how it is. So this is where we do so many pujas and we say it's not working. I did this, it's not working. Somebody serious, they immediately say, do Mrityunjaya. You don't see the day, you don't see the Hora. Whether it is, it must be there. If he's serious, that definitely Saturn is badly placed from Jupiter. So whatever you do Mrityunjaya, how will it work? Because already in transit, it is badly placed from it. You can't do a Mrityunjaya and save his life. Because in transit, it's already gone back. So where can you find the correct time to do? You will not find. You can never find it because why it's ill placed only it is there. How can you do a Mrityunjaya or a Rudra or anything and save the person? Prima facie, it is badly placed. So you can't do a puja and say, oh, I did a Mrityunjaya and that person passed away. I did 1 lakh Mrityunjaya. I know people. I did? The Ayush Karaga for him is gone badly placed. When it is badly placed, what can you do to compensate? You should do it when you should know it beforehand. It is going to be bad. Before, when it is in a nice place itself, you should do your remedial measures. Not when the planet is afflicted and weak, then you can't rush up and do remedial measures to save. You only have to rush up to the doctor. Okay. Yes. Yes, sir. Avartana.
Sir, as earlier you said that for financial things, Venus is in second is very good. But nowadays Ketu is in second from the Venus. So how it is going to be learned?
No. One planet next to Venus will block it. You have, I think Mercury, Sun are all the second to it, no? So that will block the the effect of Ketu. I think that there was Mercury also. So immediately after Venus, there's another planet. Venus must not immediately touch Ketu. Okay. It's not just Venus. Even Jupiter is very good. Vargottama Jupiter. I will tell you subtle aspects of how you can take from this combination. There are many aspects I will tell you. What is Vargottama Jupiter? So you know the 3 best position when you can do remedial measures. When Jupiter is exalted, Jupiter is in Sagittarius, Jupiter is in Pisces. And when Jupiter is in these 3 houses and a planet is in a trine to Jupiter, these are the best to do any remedial measure. You have, let's say you have an upper Mrityu in your chart. You have 2 malefics sitting in 8th house from Jupiter or Lagna in your chart. So there's always an upper Mrityu hanging on your life. You can't do it anytime. when Jupiter is aspecting Saturn, especially from these signs, that time you go and do your Mrityunjaya. It will be effective. So that you should always foresee it and wait for it. It will take years. You have to wait for the most appropriate combination and then do it. You just can't just one third day, fifth day, I am doing, I did this and the puja is not working. No, that's not like that. Jupiter, you must wait for Jupiter to get exalted. See, Jupiter is going to get exalted now, but only thing little it will be the Ketu will join it. Ketu is sitting next to it, and Jupiter is going to join. So we will go waste. Even Jupiter gets exalted this time now. So you will have to wait next 12 years. What to do? You have to wait, and when it is not blocked by Ketu and a planet is in trine to it, every planet is in trine to it. You can remedy that particular planet. That is, you have to wait for the planet to get to trine to Jupiter and do it. Do the remedy for that planet. You just can't do it tomorrow. I want to choose. I got the best pro. You can't do it like. You have to wait. You're doing Rudram is what is Sarva Prayashitta, but you should choose the day the Hora when you start the Rudram when it's aspected with Jupiter. A very strong Jupiter. Wait for us, especially in Sagittarius and Pisces, is very good. The day lord is also exalted. Like example, I chose let's say Jupiter is in Cancer, and I chose let's say for Aish, I keep Saturn in the 7th. It will not happen. If it happens, if it has happened 7th house, then if such a combination comes when the day lord is also strong, exalted own sign, and Jupiter is also in own sign, our Gotama and exalted, and that particular day, this all come rarely. You'll have to calculate and wait for it to happen. Those days you'll have to do. So it's not like I can simply go and pick up a Hora. You have to wait. Sometimes 4-5 years, you'll have to wait for the correct time to do the puja. You have to predict. Every year, Venus will come in second. Those are the best days for financial. Jupiter and Vargotama, with unobstructed by any other planet. Those days are very, very normal. Other days you can do. But if the day lord and Hora lord are connected to Jupiter, it will yield fantastic results. I will give you some more tips also. I'll tell you something. Okay, let me. Okay, I'm just giving the example now for remedy for prosperity. Look at this calculation. So it's just 8th August. Okay, Venus and Jupiter are together. Venus is actually in the 2nd. Okay. In fact, it is also Mercury Sun remedy also you can do, but finance related you can do. It is it's a Friday with Venus Hora. So Venus, Jupiter are connected. Okay, on a Friday. Okay, on a Venus Hora. So Jupiter Venus connected. It is a Friday and it is a Venus Hora. So when Venus is blessed by Jupiter, the day and unobstructed by Ketu or a malefic. So Venus is strong, Jupiter is strong, both are in constitution, and I do a remedial measure in the day and the aura. My remedial measure is correct. Okay, not all Fridays will be good, not all Shukra Hora is going to be good. So you have to see Venus and Jupiter strong.
Sir, here
Yes,
if Venus in Punarvasu one first pada, then it will be more good.
Yeah. All that you can take the strength. Compared to Aridra, always in Punarvasu, it will be better. You can take the Navamsa, all that you can take. See, here Venus is over here.
Here Venus crosses that Jupiter, then it will be more good.
Yes, it will be more good. See, now here I chose this because, see, Venus is in Aquarius. So Jupiter is actually aspecting together with Venus and aspecting the Navamsa of Venus. See the Navamsa position also. Navamsa position also, Venus must not be in 6, 8, 12 from the Rasi position. Okay, that is Venus must not be in Scorpio, Capricorn or in Taurus. So you can take it, see, not necessary. If it is in the Rasi itself, it is enough, but it can be more sharper if it is also in connection in the Navamsa also. But Rasi is enough, but you want to make it more perfect. Let's say you're going to do 1 lakh chanting of Sri Sukta Homa for money, you want to do it, or a Baki Sukta Homa, you want to do 1 lakh. Then if you are spending so much of money and time, just see, maybe the next Friday, Venus will mean a better position. You can make it more sharper if Moon Jupiter is also aspected by Jupiter. It's a muhurta. The day lord is enough, but if it is moon is also well placed, it is good. So always moon is the muhurta aspect, no? So a day if moon is also aspect, you can add.
Okay, sir.
Okay, this Navamsa connection, even before I come, I have already explained to you. See, sometimes you cannot get a planet coming to 5, 7, and 9. It's rare. So once a year, it will be hardly 30 days in being. So the planet, if it comes to the Navamsa, like this chart I told you, the Navamsa, Venus is in Aquarius Navamsa, aspected by Jupiter from the T1 chart. So what is it? Like Jupiter is in Gemini. Any planet in the Navamsa, it should not be conjoined with Rahu Ketu, okay, with Saturn. Remember, it should be alone. It can be conjoined with its friend. No, definitely not with Rahu Ketu with Saturn in the Navamsa. What is it? It should not be conjoined, or these three signs must not. See, here I cannot choose because Rahu is here. So either these two signs, any planet is sitting in Navamsa, comes to Libra Navamsa or Sagittarius Navamsa, even though it is not in the Rasi chart, if it is a Navamsa chart, it will do good results. But if it is in the T1 and the T9, Jupiter's aspect, the planet in both T1 and it is very, very powerful combinations. I'm just giving a second alternative because you may not get what I say. Sometimes you have to wait. You want to do a very big puja, like Rudramal, we don't do very regularly. What I say, it's just not Janma Nakshatra I do. On my Janma Nakshatra, I'm doing on a particular day, all that must coincide correctly. Okay, look at this example. Let's say for Saturn, I want to do a puja for Hora for Saturday. Okay, this is an example of the Navamsa. Saturn is here. Jupiter will not aspect Saturn. So what do I do? Jupiter and Saturn meeting is quite a rare phenomenon. Okay, so what do I do? But here Saturn is in Libra, exalted. 4th April 2000. It was in 2000. It is in Libra. I can do it now. So if I'm not Jupiter and Saturn, again, Jupiter, Saturn, only when Jupiter comes, let's say 4 years later, it will aspect Saturn. Or now when it enters, it will aspect. But so if you want something else earlier, wait for Saturn to come to the signs where Jupiter is aspecting in Navamsa. So Saturn is in Libra. Okay. But there Saturn must not be conjoined with Rahu or Ketu or Saturn in Navamsa. And in the Rasi chart also, those places which is get Jupiter's aspecting must not have Rahu, Ketu, Saturn. Okay. So we go for rules for different remedies. For prosperity, Venus must associate with Jupiter and remedy must be done in Venus or Jupiter Hora or on a Friday or Thursday. This is for prosperity, money, wealth, anything. For your office development, you want to do it. You have to wait. You just simply can't do in a Sukla Paksha Friday. No, it will not work. Venus must be strong, Jupiter must be strong, both must be associated. In the day and Hora, you will have to do. Remedy for any planet. You are doing a particular planet. I have a bad planet, afflicted planet, Nietzsche planet in the 8th house. That planet, when it is not with Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, strong, aspected by Jupiter, on that particular day, on that Hora, only you will have to do it. You have to wait for that combination to happen. Only then the planet will be fully remedied. I just explained to you Saturn. We never got Saturn. So when Saturn is exalted and Jupiter is aspecting Saturn on a Saturday in Saturn Hora, you do Sani Puja or Sani visit, Sani Shingnapur you want to visit. During this particular day, the visit to Shagni Shingnapur will be fantastic. Or Tirunalar will be fantastic. Not when Jupiter and Saturn are unconnected, you do any Sani Puja, it will have on 10% effect. You want a 100% effect. Jupiter, Saturn, Saturday and Saturn Hora. Usually people will say go on Tuesday to but see, it is without Jupiter, you take the day lord and the Hora lord, it goes for waste. Mostly people do follow this rule without Jupiter's rule. You have to add the Jupiter's rule to it. Remedy for health. Either the afflicted planet or generally for health, Mars is the Deha Karaka. For males and for females, Shukra is the Deha Karaka. So or whichever planet is afflicting you and giving you a problem in your life. So if you look on the horoscope, you will do in Prasna, you can confirm it. Or in the horoscope, you'll know that particular day when the day lord is strong, Jupiter is not weak, When Jupiter aspects that particular planet on the day, on the Hora, you will have to do the remedy. Any professional remedy on a Saturday in Saturn Hora, when Jupiter, Saturn are in connection or Venus is in connection. Even Venus is connection for money. It is very good for profession related remedy. So it's an example for prosperity. I've already told you this example. I'm just showing. See, Venus, Mercury, this is fantastic. Jupiter having Venus and Mercury. I think this combination will still last for a few more days. So anybody wants to do on a Friday. Yesterday was a fantastic day because it was Friday, Shukra Hora, and Venus is in second in Jupiter. So it was fantastic. Could have at least maybe not Sri Shuktam, you could have gone visited in Shukra Hora, Lakshmi temple, or any Devi temple. Any temple visited during this have given enormous, immense benefit. It doesn't come, it is a very rare combination. Venus in second to Jupiter unafflicted. Venus, it is not that easy, but this is there. So this has happened rarely. Maybe next Friday, I don't know if it is there. Even Moon was aspected. Jupiter, Venus was in second, and Jupiter was aspecting the Moon. Moon is the Muhurta, right? Very rarely you will get. Or see, for education, my son is not studying well, or what is it? That's blocks in education. Somebody wants to do a Saraswati Puja, Hayagriva Puja, or Puja for a remedy. You just can't do it on a Wednesday. You have to do it in the day when Jupiter is aspecting Mercury. See, Mercury is in Jupiter's house and Jupiter is aspecting it. But I say this day, if you do a prayer for Saraswati or Vakshuti or any other prayers, it will yield immense. Your son is not studying well. There is blocks. I want to do MBA. There is some puja you want to do for education, not just for education. Any Mercury related doshas you have, you want success in communication, in travel, change, anything Mercury related you want to do. When Mercury is strongly placed, aspected by Jupiter, this will be the best day. It must be the day lord and the Hora lord must be good. Okay, remedy for progeny. So I know many people have problems, do not get a child, a sickly child, autistic child. Very, very common now. So what puja we do? One is, what is it? If it's for male children, you want to get a male child, Jupiter must aspect. Jupiter strong, Sun strong, aspecting each other. Jupiter Hora, Sun Hora. Or Jupiter is strong, Margottama, exalted, one side. When it is there, and Jupiter is aspecting itself. D1 Jupiter aspecting Navamsa Jupiter. That day, when you do it, it will give immense results for progeny related things. That's Sarpa dosha. Sarpa dosha is Ashlesha Panchami you do. But the time when Rahu is aspected by Rahu Ketu is aspected by Jupiter will be the best time. It's not any Ashlesha is good. What I say, or any Panchami is good. See, now Jupiter is aspecting Rahu actually. So any people who are having Sarpa dosha, doing it during this time and Jupiter is aspecting Sarpa, going to Kukish Brahmanya or Kalasti, anything during this particular time is very, very auspicious. Putra dosha. I just told you, same thing for a remedy for this. Longevity. Longevity means Saturn is afflicted in your horoscope. So you have to wait when Jupiter aspects Saturn, both are strong on a Saturday. In Saturn Hora, you can do your, Mrityunjaya or Aish Homa or anything. Do it on that particular. You'll have to wait. There's a basic, you have a scare, next test as bad, or any other problem, you have to wait. Or you can't do it. It's very rare when Jupiter Saturn is aspecting and both are strong. But this is when you have to do the puja for longevity. See, example, see, this is for Putra dosha. Very similar, I showed you. Jupiter is aspecting Sun and this is wait a second. Okay, for male children, Jupiter is aspecting Sun. Sun is in Jupiter's house and Jupiter is aspecting it. And Jupiter is also aspecting itself in the Navamsa. And both are in masculine sign. Let's say you have one female children, you want a fear of male children, or this is not just for male children, it is also for you want good children, Satputra, you want your what I say, your children are not well, doing well education wise, you want them to prosper. When Jupiter is aspecting, Jupiter strong, aspecting Sun, you do it. Both Jupiter and Sun are for children. The natural Kala Purusha, 5th house, Leo is ruled by Sun. So Jupiter, Sun must be in connection or praying for progeny related issues on a Thursday or on a Sunday in Jupiter Hora or Sun Hora. It must be done.
Sir, here
Yes, sir.
retro Jupiter first meets Ketu or
No, don't worry about that. What is it? What's its aspect is there, correct, right?
no, yes, sir.
But you can, what is it? You can do it with when Jupiter is not retro, it'll be better.
No, and
You
they are
can-
very close, so I got that doubt.
No, you can be very specific. Yes, when Jupiter is not retro, if you do it, it'll be better. See, Jupiter is aspecting Ketu also, but it's not what normal path of Jupiter is not anti-clockwise, right? So Jupiter is
No, yes, sir.
aspecting Ketu. Jupiter is aspecting Ketu, but Ketu will not obstruct it. Unless Jupiter is goes and touches Ketu. But Jupiter's aspect is on Sun, no?
No, yes, sir.
But you can make it more accurate. Maybe you can wait for some more time for Jupiter to advance when it's not in connection with Ketu. If you do, it will be more accurate, definitely. Okay, this is I've chosen when Jupiter's Vargottama. Not Jupiter must aspect. I'm choosing Thursday. I'm choosing Thursday. Jupiter's Vargottama. When Jupiter's Vargottama on a Thursday in Jupiter Hora, any remedy will work wonders. When Jupiter is exalted, Jupiter Vargottama, it will work wonders. I'm doing only, let's say the remedies for Jupiter. What do? What will Jupiter aspect? Either Jupiter has to aspect itself in Navamsa, or when Jupiter is in Vargottama or own sign or exaltation, you can do any remedy for Jupiter on a Thursday on its aura. Okay, see this. Again, I'm giving you one more aspect. Jupiter in Leo aspects the D9 Jupiter. So even this you can do. So any Jupiter related remedy, you can do it on a Thursday and Jupiter aura. For Jupiter related money, small money, it is Venus, big money, it is always Jupiter. Any big time growth, Jupiter must be done. And the remedy done on a Thursday on in Jupiter Hora is nothing greater, bigger, and when Jupiter's. But you have to wait for Jupiter to be really very strong, unobstructed by LFS. Education, I've already told you. Mercury, Jupiter. When Jupiter is aspecting Mercury, when you do anything on a Mercury Hora or Jupiter Hora, it's very, very good. For health, the particular planet, either Venus is the Sanjeevani. So either Venus, if the planet is also associated with Venus, it is very, very good. And Jupiter, Venus must not be weak. Delayed marriage, this has become very, very common. Or marital felicity. You all want to do one particular puja for it. There are some particular Aikya Makta Sutta is there for this particular. So Venus and Jupiter association in Venus Hora or Jupiter Hora, if you do, this will be the best time when you have a problems, you want to get married. There is actually something called Tirukalyan in many temples, or marriage for the gods. You arrange a marriage for the gods. When Venus and Jupiter are aspecting Venus Hora, Jupiter Hora, this will be the best remedy for your marital dosha. Pitru dosha, I already told you, Pitru dosha, Sun, unassociated with Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, on a Sunday, aspected by Jupiter is Pitru dosha. So this marital delay or marital felicity. It's okay. Jupiter Hora, Venus and Jupiter's house. Jupiter is aspecting both the marital planets, Venus and Mars. On this particular day, when you, let's say next day also you could have done. Next day on Friday also is okay. Jupiter also you can do. This day, any marital related, Swayambara Parvati you can do. Or you can do Maheshwar Puja, Trikalyan, or you do a Devi Puja. All this will be very, very good for marital doshas. Okay, another example I'm giving for marital. So exceptionally very good is not even the 5th and 7th. Then Venus is in the 7th from Jupiter, marital doshas. Very good. You have a problem with marriage, divorce, this offline. Do the remedy when Jupiter and Mars are in Samasaptama position. It's fantastic to do a puja when both are there in Samasaptama. This is Mangal dosha. So all of you know Mangal dosha, no? Mars in 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9 from Lagna, Moon, Shukra, Mars is there. After the time it is dosha. According to Nadi, if Mars is connected with Rahu, Ketu, it is supposed to be Mangal dosha. So what is the remedy for it? When Jupiter is aspecting Mars, strong Jupiter, strong Mars in a Tuesday in Mars Hora, do the Guja Dosha Parigara, Chandi Homa, many pujas are there. You have to do the puja for Mars for it. Not just on any Tuesday. Not when Mars is strong. When Jupiter and Mars, Jupiter aspects Mars, only then go and visit a Durga temple, go have an Abhishekam for Durga temple. Those days, it will be 45 days, it will be there. All the Tuesdays, use it. When anybody has Guja Dosha, 7th house, 8th house, Mars in the horoscope, marital problems are there. Whenever Mars is aspected by Jupiter, those Tuesdays in a Mars or a visit a Durga temple or a Subramanya temple, Kshetrapalaka, the Adidevata Kshetrapalaka for Mars. You will have to do it on that. Or a Mars temple, do an Abhishekam for Mars. It will not in those days, it will be very, very good to reduce the affliction, not just for Mangal Dosha. Mars can create accidents, can create surgeries, indicate apamrityu, many other doshas. For all that, what I say, you want a peace Mars in your horoscope. Means what I say, when the time and Jupiter Mars are in connection. Now it is the 30th September. So anybody who wants to use these dates, use it. Pitru dosha. And then another Pitru dosha is a very big subject. Why Pitru dosha? Why it causes Pitru dosha? Everything. So naturally, what I say, see, Sun exalted, Jupiter is in his own sign, aspecting. This is fantastic. Very rare you will get this combination. When Jupiter is strong and Sun is strong, unobstructed by a malefic planet. This particular day on a Sunday in Surya Hora, if you do, Pitru dosha will be removed. You need to get this common. You just can't do it on any other day. Some good day, Muhurta day is nice. I do a Pitru Puja, it will be done. You go to Rameshwaram, you do Kasi, you go to Gokarna. The temple mantra is secondary. The Kala, the time is the most auspicious. Okay. So I'm giving you again a small sum up of the whole thing. Venus in 2nd Jupiter for prosperity. Venus in 7th to Jupiter. 5 and 7, but 7 is very special. Profession, Saturn in 5 and 9 and 7 from Jupiter. Education, Mercury in 2, 5, 7, 9 from Jupiter. Progeny, Mars, Venus in 2, 5, 7, 9 from Jupiter. Health, Mars and 5, 7, 9 from Jupiter. Longevity, Saturn and 5, 9 from Jupiter. Putra dosha, Sun and 5, 7, 9 from Jupiter. Black magic when Mars is in 5, 7, 9 to Jupiter. Nazar, Moon is in 2, 5, 7, 9 from Jupiter. So these are the days you will have to do for Roman doshas. Okay, best remedial times. This is I'm bringing in, summing it up more closer. What I say, a planet being in its own sign or exaltation, Jupiter must aspect these planets. Rahu must not be in 2, 4, 9. And Jupiter must not be in Capricorn, or Jupiter must not be fully combust. So the example, Sun in Leo with Jupiter in Aries or Aquarius. Sun in Aries with Jupiter in, meaning to say is that a particular planet is in his exaltation sign and Jupiter is aspecting. So a planet is in its own sign and Jupiter is aspect falling on those signs, it will be fantastic. There is one more aspect. The another aspect is when, what I say, the Jupiter and the planet are in own sign or an exaltation. See, you have to wait and calculate this. Let's say Moon and Jupiter in Pisces, Moon in Cancer, or Mercury in Virgo, or Mars in Scorpio. Jupiter in Sagittarius, Sun in Aries, Mars in Aries, Sun in Leo, Mercury in Gemini. Jupiter in Cancer, Mars in Scorpio, Mars in Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn, Venus. These planets, very rarely they'll form. And they must not, Ketu must not be involved. When these two come, either the remedy for the planet, when just a planet is just not in trine to Jupiter or aspect to Jupiter. But if that Jupiter is in its own sign or exalt, either Jupiter is strong or the planet is strong or both of them are strong, it is fantastic. Both are in own sign or exalted is fantastic. Or one of them is strong is also okay. These are more special occasions. Not necessary, you will have to wait, but it will happen. In due course, when you see the whole chart, when to do a muhurta or a remedy, you will have to look at the whole year and say in the year, which day, which month and day these planets are trying. You have to wait. This is how an astrologer must keep this in mind, and when either for muhurta or for a remedial measure, use this combination. Again, moon remedies, or even for sharpening a remedy, if you can keep moon also aspected by Jupiter, it is good. For Matra dosha, somebody is having psychological problems. Chandra dosha, Devi puja, you do when Jupiter is aspecting moon on a Monday. Anybody is having, no, so half the people are taking psychological tablets. Go and visit a Devi temple on a Monday in moon swara when Jupiter aspects moon. When you have problems with your mother, or there's a psychological problem, you have it when moon and Jupiter are moon strong, Jupiter strong. It should be there. Okay, so any doubts now? You can ask. I have some more for the class. For the class, little more. What are the pujas to be done, and what is it? How do I identify dosha? How do I identify the planet is also part of the class. That we do it in class. But I've given you the muhurta, the best muhurta for you. When a remedy is done, it will yield maximum. Yes, Avartaj.
Sir, I was keeping in my mind this question regarding the psychological problems. So only moon and Hora we have to consider on Monday,
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah, Monday. Generally, see, for general aspects, when other Karakatvams are not involved, actually any muhurta, Jupiter must connect with moon. There's no muhurta without Jupiter moon. You can't keep moon in 6, 8, 12 from Jupiter and do it. 12th is also okay. But 6 and 8, no muhurta is with 6 and 8 from it. Should definitely be there. For any moon related, psychological related, somebody is having psychological problem. If you want to do any Devi puja or moon puja, use the time when Jupiter is aspect. Especially
So for,
when it is a Monday and what is it? When it's a Monday and on a Chandra.
So for moon is more like flexible, right? Since moon for 1 month it's moving one
Yes,
cycle.
so you can get many days you can get.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody has any doubts? I hope you all understand the logic. No, it's a very simple logic.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
The Kashyapa Hora and being born in in your Hora, are they the same thing or they are different?
Same.
Okay.
See, in Kashyapa Hora, it's a prasna. You ask me a particular question on in a particular day, in a particular Hora, the Hora Lord interaction relationship with every other planet. So again, it is not I'm born in a Mars Hora, I'm energetic, I'm born in a Surya Hora, I'm very strong. In Shukra Hora, I'm going to be chum. It is not like that. You have to see the relationship of the Hora Lord in Nadi base. It's not Lagna base. It is Nadi based, the Hora Lord in relationship with every other planet. That is how, you will understand the Hora Lord. Just because, let's say I'm born an exalted sun Surya, I'm going to be the leader. But I'll have Rahu, Ketu and trine Saturn trine to Surya, and then it will be a different. So it is the Hora Lord in relationship with every other planet.
And sir, there's also Hora Lagna, which is also
that is different. That is Lagna.
But that is also associated with some kind of materialistic.
Yes, it's money related aspects. All those will come only after, for Hora. Even Lagna will come later. Hora is more important than Lagna. Balarishta can happen if just the Hora Lord is fine. Lagna can be strong, but the Hora Lord is severely afflicted. There will be Balarishta. You check up, Lagna will be strong, planets on the Lagna will be strong, but the baby will die in 5 days. You will see the Hora Lord totally affected. So Hora Lord is more important than the Lagna. Lagna is 2 hours. The Hora Lord is 1 hour.
And if Hora Lord is blessed by Jupiter, then it's really good. Hora
Lord is strong, associated, the connections in Bhrigu is all there. That is fantastic. In fact, basic astrology, traditional astrology will judge the chart from Hora Lord and the rest of the planets. Lagna will come later. The same basics in Prasna is when you ask a particular question, the Hora is first. From Hora and its relationship with every other planet.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir. Mohinder.
Sir, you took Jupiter's aspects from D1 chart into the D9 chart.
Yes, yeah.
So we don't have to take the Jupiter aspect of D9 also?
No,
Okay.
not take the Jupiter. Only for, there's no aspects in Varga charts.
Okay.
Okay, planets do not aspect in Varga chart, but the planet in D1 aspects. See, the movement in Navamsa is there, but the movement in Rasi's aspects only. In Navamsa, they cannot aspect. There is no actual aspects in Rasi aspects can be there. There is no Graha aspects.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you'll understand the concept, right? You're able to understand very, very clearly what is the concept. So this is what is an offshoot of the Prasna course. So if you, when you understand the whole Prasna, you'll appreciate some more rules will be, I'll give you the complete rules. So here basically just understand this very much. Day Lord, Hora Lord, strong, connected with Jupiter, aspected by Jupiter, unobstructed by malefics. That day and Hora, when you do a remedy or a Muhurta, it will be absolutely very, very successful. Muhurta, you need to also have moon strong. But for a remedy, it's the day lot, very strong. The time is the Hora. You can't do it, let's say, on a Friday, but I'm doing it in Mass Hora. No, it can't be there. So the day and the Hora lot both must be good. Only then it will blend correctly. It's very, very, the Hora becomes, it's very, why it's the day. The day is because of the Hora, the first Hora is the day lot, no? So both are friends and both are connected. When you do something, it will have. This is the secret of using Hora for remedy. Yes, Havartnach.
Sir, last year I consulted you with you regarding. I was doubt about the moon's position, and you mentioned this particular, I'm to say, combination that if Jupiter aspecting moon for Muhurta, so it is good. So like then since then I just always consider it is always comes how to say correct. So I was amazed. I was thinking it is very important to consider, and it was new for me. So thank you for that.
Sir, my question is, we said in one of the slide, like planet in second from Jupiter is good for the prosperity, right, sir? So,
yes.
So I have one question, like a planet from the 12th. I mean, if Jupiter is in the 12th, it is only giving 25% aspect, right? So, like, how is
Yes.
25 like good? Like, because Jupiter is giving only 25% blessing, right, to Venus in that case.
No. See,
right?
there is some slight hitch in that. You must understand why a planet in the 12th first is good. There is some particular rule in Bhavat Ratna Karaka which says any planet in 12th will not lose its Karagatva. Have you read about this rule?
No, I didn't.
Any planet in the 12th will not lose its Karagatva. So why a planet in the 12th is not bad for? In Nadi, it is supposed to be a connect because the planet in the 12th, let's say Venus is in the 12th from Jupiter.
Okay.
Jupiter is in the second from Venus.
Right.
You understand? The planet in the 12th, from a planet, let's say Venus is in the 12th, Jupiter is in the second from Venus. But why? What if it's only 25? Because from the Jiva Karaka, it is in the 12th. From Venus, so Jupiter is very good for Venus because Jupiter becomes second to Venus. For Jupiter, Venus is in the 12th. But for Venus, Jupiter is in the second. This is for every other planet. Why 12, 6 and 8 are bad? There's no connection at all. But 12th is not bad at all because 12th is any planet in the 12th, the planet next to it. See, second house is what nurtures, nourishes a particular. Second house is for what? It's your strength, your food you eat, So any planet in second to it nourishes. So 12th house means the planet in front of it nourishes. But it depends. But it depends. Let's say Saturn has Venus is in 12th. Then Saturn will be in the second house. That will be bad. So if it's two benefics, then it's a difference. So you must know what is the planet in the second.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, sir, one question I have, sir.
Yeah.
So for example, if I know which Hora I am born in, then can I use that Hora every day to do some critical tasks or important tasks?
If it is connected correctly.
If it is connected to?
Let's say you are born in a particular Hora, but it is with Ketu. It has Ketu and trine to it, or Saturn Ketu and trine to it, then you cannot do it. You can only do on the Hora where it has beneficial association. From the Hora Lord, there is some 5, 7, 9, 2, 5, 7, 9 positions. If it is auspiciously placed, then that Hora Lord will always be good for you. You don't need to take your Hora Lord. Your Hora Lord will become very primary or born. It's very, very strong. You can take another planet which has good connection. That Hora Lord you can take. But if your Hora Lord, yes, it is very connected to Jupiter, well strong, that Hora you can definitely take it. It will work more better than any other Hora Lords if it is well connected.
But if in the same connection,
but let's say if it is weak, it is Nicha, it has malefic connection, then I cannot use it. Rather, I must just use the Hora Lord just to strengthen my basic chart, not as a material welfare. Let's say I have a Hora Lord which is Nicha or Ketu, so I'm always having blocks. That puja on that day is just to strengthen my basic natal Hora. It is more like I'm taking daily a tonic on what I say. But let's say I have Jupiter and a Hora Lord connected to Jupiter and Venus. That Hora Lord will always give me money. So there are two things: looking at the transit chart and choosing, and looking at the basic chart and choosing. Basic chart is very important. That becomes what is it? Looking at the basic chart, which planet are the best connected, and those planets, if I choose when it's also connected in transit and do something, that will be the complete picture.
So, sir, in case if the Hora Lord is connected to Jupiter, but it is also connected to Saturn and Ketu or Rahu, in such
Rahu, no problem. Rahu is not at all a problem. It's a blemish, but it will never block material. It will give excess only.
Right.
Absolutely, Rahu will not block. It will give some problems, but don't take Rahu as strong. Even Saturn will give delay. It's not a problem. Ketu will be a problem. But when you have Rahu Saturn, then it becomes bad. One Rahu alone, Rahu Saturn together only it become bad.
So, sir, in case if Ketu is involved, then what is the way out?
See, that is the thing. What I say, you have to remedy Ketu then. When Jupiter is aspecting in transit, Jupiter, see, you have a problem. A planet is in trine to Ketu in your basic horoscope. Marriage delay. Shukra is for a male, what I say, Venus is having Ketu in trine, or for a female, Mars is Ketu is in trine to Mars. Not able to get married or marital problems. The remedy is for Ketu. Ketu must be remedied. When do you do the remedy for Ketu? Only when the days when Jupiter aspects Ketu, what I say, that time you have to go for Ketu. Only then it will remove. You just go on to do every day, it will not. You have to wait for that time and do. So it's you have to look into your horoscope, the afflicted planet by Ketu or Saturn or malefics. Those planets are afflicted. You will have to wait in the transit for Jupiter to aspect it and then do the remedial measures. You just can't send somebody, go to this temple, do this puja, do this thing, it will not work. It has to be aspected by Jupiter. It must have the day correct, must have the Hora correct.
So Jupiter is transiting Gemini right now. So people who have Ketu in Gemini, this is a good time for them to.
Yes, it is good. Yes, definitely. Or if they have Ketu in Libra, Aquarius, or Sagittarius, is a good. Jupiter need not aspect the transit Ketu. Jupiter I only explain transit. Jupiter aspecting the natal planets is also enough. The two things to the remedial measures. So I'm choosing the transit position, but whenever Jupiter is aspecting your natal position, it is enough.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
These are all Bhrigu rules, actually. Bhrigu Nadi Nadi rules. I'm just, it's a Kashyap rules, blending Bhrigu Nadi Nadi rules and Kashyap Hora to bring a meaning of what is how to use Kashyap Hora, particularly for remedial measures.
So, sir, when I heard the name, I thought that, Kashyap is also the father of Adityas. So I thought that there is something to do with
Kashyapa is the father of all the gods.
Yes.
To Indra, to Surya, so he is the father, like the Adam of Hinduism. No, what is he? Bring forth all the gods. And he, what is it, like Parasari also is later. Kashyapa is the father of all the gods.
So, sir, there is a thought that, instead of propitiating the Devatas, what if we propitiate, Kashyap himself? That might be, are there any?
No, they don't prescribe. They only want you to prescribe there are certain Devatas. What is it? Praying to Aditya is praying to Kashyapa. In fact, Kashyapa is only the Paramatma. This story will tell you as if he's the Rishi or anything. But it gives you, the Devata, Pratyadi Devata, what to prescribe is very, very correct. Sometimes we get into the other religions concept for the only one God. Here in Vedic religion, it's very, very correct. So the story will come like some agriculture, it's raining, it's going to rain like. So what is it? A person, two houses together, one person is praying for rain not to come because his daughter's wedding is happening. If it rains, it'll be bad. But the guy next to him is the agriculturist. He's praying for rain to come. Now, who will God answer? It's actually given in the Vedas. When he'll answer? Who prays to the appropriate Devata? Not necessarily you must understand it is Varuna or Indra you have to do. When you pray, it will not go to God. It will go to the respective Devata. You know it or you don't know it, whether anybody is praying, unknowingly it will go to the correct channel. So your answer will come from that channel. So I know what is it, for rain, I must pray to only Varuna or Indra. It'll be more apt, the correct procedure, right? So there is one method of how to do it, then be correct. This is a speciality in Vedic religion. I can't go and pray to for some god for money. Why I should pray to Dhanvantari? The concept, the mantra, the frequency, the day, the time, everything is correct. It has to match correct. Okay. So anybody else? Any other questions? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope we can now use these remedies in our everyday life. Sir has taught it in a very simple way. The Kashyap Hora classes on Krishna are going to be taken on 7th and 14th of September at 11 o'clock. Every day it will be a 4-hour session with a small lunch break. Our session might extend, and tomorrow is the last day for the offer period. Do join in. Also, those who have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe and connect to us. Please do comment on the sessions that we are uploading on the YouTube. We welcome your comments. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.